What's the name of the one song?
Fireworks by Katy Perry.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're gonna name your kid Fireworks.
No, it's a song where the gentleman sings about being named a girl's name.
Oh,
I haven't heard it in so long. Is it Sam?
Sam I Am. Yeah. That's how.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's
I
part
think I
of
don't know what you're talking about.
And we rustled on the road, and there was dirt in our eyes, and something, and I bit off his ear, and he heard me cry.
Ah,
This is gonna bug me.
It's
if
such
we
a
don't find
familiar
this.
song, bro. We used to listen to it all the time in Scouts.
I don't.
I used to know word for word, bro.
I know exactly what song you're talking
Boy
about.
named Sam.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
think
Sam.
it is Sam.
Yeah.
You don't know it?
How
No.
do you
You'll
do?
know it.
Nothing.
If
I
you
guess-
listen to it, you'll
yeah.
know it.
maybe. But I got nothing right now.
You guys hit the introduction real quick.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. This is episode 128 of Speaking Sporadically. I believe that number might not be right, but
I think it's
Oh, it's
129.
Sue.
Sue.
Boy named Sue. I'll play it. It's by Johnny Cash.
oh, okay.
You definitely have to know what it is once you hear it.
I'll cut in a little bit.
Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down
Okay.
much to my surprise.
Yeah.
He come with a 9.
Okay, yeah.
Press against my skull.
128.
Yep.
All right, so it's episode 128. We got Jacob, Trey, I'm Devin. Missing 2 of the other hosts, but we'll cover it tonight. Before we go any farther, follow the socials, Speaking Sporadically on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, hit the notifications so you always know when we post. We usually post about every week. But I think this episode we're going to wrap up because our podcast fantasy football just ended. And we are blessed to have the champ with us.
Can I say? What can I say?
That does. We need to go back and
Yeah,
watch
the blessing of
the
Talos.
the first one when we drafted
Yeah.
and see what everyone's reaction was. Because were you confident when you drafted? Do you remember?
No, not at all. Because I remember I was talking with Isaiah on this when we were hanging out on Friday of. Because I remember day of draft, I was talking with him and I offered him CMC for I think it was 2 of his players that did not do good at all. That were not do good at all this fantasy season. We were talking about that because I'm like, dude, not confident in my team at all. And Isaiah's the one's maybe not. Maybe we'll revisit this once the season starts. And then once the season started, I'm like, might as well roll with it. And Isaiah's like, I really wish I took that trade. Like, I'm glad you did not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, looking back at another league, I traded CMC away for Justin Jefferson.
Oof.
But then I kind of recovered. I swung Justin Jefferson into A.J. Brown right before he had his streak where he went 6 games over 125
Yeah,
receiving
yeah.
yards. So kind of saved it. And I got Raheem Mostert in that trade too. So that's when
Okay.
he started doing good.
Save a little
Yeah.
bit.
But still, I think CMC would have been more value combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the episode that we talked about the draft, I think we agreed that your team was probably the best.
I don't think. I think that was
we did.
last year. Last year we thought.
I think it was this year, too. I think.
My team was shaky because I
I
had
don't-
Cooper Kupp.
I don't think so because I don't know if my team was that good. I remember looking back and draft day, it was solid, and I liked it, but it wasn't universal.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know.
Because you had Michael Pittman on your team, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mike Evans, which no one expected
Yeah.
to be
Both of those guys were did
studs.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended 4th. Basically 3rd. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it doesn't.
Yeah, me and Wes, who's been on before,
Did
we
not
we
really
had
set
the
lineups.
what is it? What's it called? Isn't that
Just
game
the-
called?
Just a third
Third
place
place game.
Is it the 3rd place
Yeah.
game? So, and obviously we have no winnings for 3rd or 4th, and so our punishment is the bottom 6 this year. So, in that game we couldn't win anything or lose anything.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter. I know Keenan Allen played and he was out 1 week, and I was like,
Yeah, don't even set your lineup's not worth it.
I still probably would have lost because Wes's team is still good and it did well. But yeah, I ended 4th. I was happy with that. After losing last year, it was nice to come back and
The
have
revenge
a really
tour would have been crazy if you won, dude.
I was still happy with it. It's still I still made my mark. I think I was still seen as one of the titans of the league. One of the
Yeah.
really good ones. I think I led even now. I think I still lead in points for
Points
and
scored.
stuff. My record is pretty good. We're in the playoffs, so I was happy with it. It was still
Yeah, Devin, you scored 1,871 points over the season. You want to hear the next closest to you?
thought it was more than that, but okay.
1,630.
Nice.
So that also does not count playoffs at all either.
It doesn't
That's just
count
regular season.
Regular season.
Which I did that in the Dynasty League where last year I was last and I have the license. I still need to take the license plate off my car. And I'm going to end up winning this year in Dynasty against Sherm
Yeah.
in the chip
You
game.
shouldn't have that on there anymore. You're the champion now.
Yeah, no, I probably should take that off.
Trey did go last to first.
Which then, so our last place in our podcast that has the duress is Evan Eilerman.
Oh yeah, we didn't say that. Yeah.
Is the final loser. Is him versus Luke. And then I think Luke won by, it wasn't that much, was it?
It was like
Very close
6, I
margin.
think.
It's pretty close.
It was.
Like 6
I
or 8
actually heard
points.
a cool perspective from talking to Regs because he was at the game, and there was a pass that was caught by a player that Evan was starting, and Regs like literally saw that player get tackled. And he was running into the end zone. Regs was right next to, and if that guy had scored, Regs would have lost.
Yeah, I think it was Rashid Rice.
Yeah, Rashid Rice.
Or if,
You saw it happen.
Evan would have started Amari Cooper, who dropped 50 points. He would have won easily.
That was
hurt.
horrendous.
Because we were so confident. Because for some reason, the whole league was out to get Regs. I wanted Regs to lose.
'Cause
Because he won last year. That's why. And he was talking so much trash.
It's not even. It's gonna be so much more funny if Luke.
And
did it.
yeah, it would have been.
It's not to dog on the man, but he's not very coordinated at most things. Now watching him
Yeah,
go play
Evan's gonna actually
dodgeball.
kind of low key look like a stud. In
Yeah,
that game.
Evan's jacked. He's gonna look good in the dress. It's the only bad thing. He's gonna rock it. But
Yeah.
he gave us an idea when we were before New Year's when we were playing poker at my house. He was saying that because like the matchup wasn't decided at all yet, and Evan's still pretty confident. He was saying that we need to get 2 different size heels for the loser to wear because that would be terrible because it's so uneven. With 2 different heels, and he's like, keep going. He's gonna explain them more. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna shut my mouth right now
Yeah.
in case I lose. I'm not giving you guys any ideas.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, probably not.
He was also offering to wear a Speedo.
Yeah. So I think so. It's gonna be Evan. Both Evans are gonna be playing dodgeball.
I got fifth, by the way.
Both Lukes. Lucas. Who's the 6th?
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
So we're gonna have
3 L's in there. 4 L's in there. Wait, 3 L's.
Well, no, I was talking about
4 L's.
Luke, the other host, got
Yeah.
6, right? So he's out.
He's in.
He's in.
He got
Bottom
7.
6.
He got 7.
Because I played him in the 6-7 game, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
beat him.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have 2 hosts in it
Yeah.
in the dodgeball. which
That's
is
gonna be
fun.
fun to
We
watch.
should
Yeah,
should
so-
bring the camera and
Yeah,
get some
maybe.
action.
It'd
clips.
look
or at
weird,
least
like,
on the
filming
phone.
it, but-
Well, we can use our phones
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That
We
would
could do some clips and we might do some shorts or
We'll
stuff.
throw 'em up.
It was funny talking to Evan about it too. He's like, you know what? We might as well just go in there and win that whole entire thing now that I'm in the
It would be
dress.
so cool.
The dodgeball tournament. Be like, that'd be pretty
Well,
cool.
since we got 3 victors here, like, what is your guys' opinion on forming like a team between us 6? And that says like we're great at fantasy football or something, like we're the winners or whatnot. Or you feel like it breaks the punishment a little
I'd
bit?
personally rather
I
not.
feel like it'd break the punishment a little bit.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to play dodgeball. I wouldn't mind as long as I was.
I wouldn't mind playing dodgeball with the boys. I think
Oh.
it could be fun.
I'm also
but-
fine watching.
Yeah, I'm also
So
fine.
I'd prefer watching, and then we'd have to pay for shirts, and that's obviously 4th of July weekend, so I'm gonna be hungover for drinking the other 2 days. So,
I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch though. Cause I never really paid much attention to the dodgeball. So I really never even go up there on
not since we
Sunday.
were
yeah, it
Like
was like
young.
a few years ago.
young. It was a big thing,
yeah,
but
like when it first started, I was like in it, but
Sunday usually
That'll
not
be
at all.
fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Also, I think we have to make like some type of rule that they have to protect Evan at all cost. Keep him in.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'll try to keep him in,
Yeah.
make him suffer.
It's gonna be crazy. We have to wait until there's like a decent crowd out there, and then all the
Yes.
5 guys are like ready to go. Then we
That's-
have to get Evan like to walk like down the road.
Down like
and
the diamond or something.
Yeah,
like one
down
of the diamonds.
through the baseball diamond.
Like, I hope they do kind of well, so that like,
He's out
because
there. For
I think
like-
it's a double elimination
Yeah,
tournament.
you're
I'm not sure
guaranteed
what it
2
is.
games.
Yeah, so I hope they win like at least 1, so they have to play like 3. Because obviously, the longer you play, the bigger the crowd gets. So that'd be really fun.
I'm excited for it.
Oh,
Try-
that's gonna be good.
Our punishment for one of the ones I'm in with Evan and Frank is jumping into Lake Laramie. That'll be fun to watch too. With how cold it is now.
They're gonna do that soon.
Yeah, I think you have to do it within 2 weeks of the league ending.
Who's doing it?
I don't know, to be honest. I think the game's still going on. I haven't looked at it at all. Which sucked in that league. I missed the 2 seed, and the 2 seed got the bye. and I lost first round because the guy put up the most points in the league on me. I lost, or I didn't get the 2 seed by like 0.3 points for a first round bye, like 0.6.
Crazy how fantasy works,
Got
brother.
bounced first round. I was so mad.
I missed the 2 seed in our auction league by 1 game.
Oh
And
yeah.
that 2 seed had a bye. And there was like several games for me that were within like 5 points. Oh my god. Game of yards.
Yeah.
It really is. Fantasy.
It was a fun season though.
Yeah.
I might quit some leagues.
You guys want to talk about any favorite moments you remember, or like your best player, your biggest underdog?
All my players were horrible. Honestly.
No, I mean in the podcast league, you got to have at least like one that did better than expected, or like kind of saved your team.
All right, one that I was reasonably pleased with was Rashad White. I picked him up. I sent off Jerome Ford after the Chubb injury to get Rashad White, and then he sat in my flex, and
Yeah, he should have been on my team. I'm not gonna lie.
bro was pretty good. I mean, he had like 3 weeks over 27 over 20 down the home stretch. I was pretty pleased with that, and he was a big part of my matchup, the matchup that decided that I didn't have to play dodgeball, because I'm pretty sure he went like 22-27, so about
Nice.
50 points right
Yeah.
there in a week, and I finished with like 240. I was pretty high actually, like 215 or so. So yeah, I'll say Rashad White was my boy.
What's your biggest letdown?
Biggest letdown? Well, I got a handful. I want to call Zay Flowers a letdown, but at the same time, I got him really low,
Yeah,
and he was a rookie.
Yeah, you can expect to.
So I think my obvious biggest letdown has to be Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Just that he did get put on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
What you
kinda
knew
pissed.
when you were drafting him. That-
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know he was on. I knew he was going to miss the first game. He wasn't
Yeah.
officially
Oh, he
on
wasn't
IR.
officially on IR yet.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then like 4 days after that, he got put on IR because it kind of sounded like he was just gonna miss the first game, which I don't know, kind of sucked. But the only other person I would have picked there instead of Cooper Kupp was Nick Chubb. So hindsight, like,
Mm-hmm.
would have been the same thing, honestly.
No, but draft day. I think I told Jacob this already, but Ricard White, I was gonna draft, but so I took Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jason was really high on him. So Jason, out of complete spite, because Jason had to pick before him, or I'd pick before him one round, he picked before me the next round. Out of complete spite, the next round picks Ricard White because he knew I wanted him. Did not want him at all. But out of complete spite, that I picked Jahmyr Gibbs, and he told me that. I'm like, damn. Happens to the best of us.
My one draft day thing that was so stupid was Isaiah was driving somewhere to get food, and it was his pick, and Isaiah picked before me, and he accidentally drafted Kenneth Walker, which was the guy I was planning on picking.
Who'd you pick instead? Do you know?
I think I picked Jonathan Taylor instead, which didn't turn out horrible.
Not really. End of season, Jonathan Taylor's been
Yeah,
pretty good.
like I said, he clutched me out, but yeah. I was like, bro. Then he told me that right when he got back. I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally, cause I remember I was sitting in the living room with like Jason. I'm like, that's a good pick, Jason. Isaiah just had a good pick there. It's the guy I wanted. Jason, like, yeah, that was a good pick. That was a good pick. And Isaiah's like, dang it, I accidentally drafted Kenneth Walker, and I wanted to get his freaking Zaylen Jappy.
What?
What?
Like,
Or are you just making up a
yeah,
name?
just making-
Listen, like Zaylen.
well, yeah, because it was like that irrelevant of a name
Yeah,
what he
okay.
said. I was like, I don't even know who that is. Why are you getting him in the 5th round? Jesus.
It is fun when we have everyone get together for giraffes.
That's
like,
awesome.
We have all 12 of us in there, and then all hearing the sounds of like people cued when they get picked by someone else. That sound people's phones, and then people are like, "Come on!" like yelling at each other that they just took their pick. So fun.
The only other draft day story I have is, you know how it like loops back around? So I was completely done drafting my last guy, and I was like walking up, just talking to people. Like people were making their last round picks, and it's like not much. And I go over to Wes, and Wes was like, "Oh, Sherm, who should I draft?" You guys will not guess who I told him to draft.
Raheem Mostert.
Sam Laporta. He finished tight end 1. God darn it.
That's crazy.
Then I told him to draft Sam Laporta. I hate how they make you draft a defense because I wanted to get him the last round, but then like, oh, you have to fill your positions. Dumb. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Defense and kicker is irrelevant. Same with honestly a tight end spot's pretty irrelevant too. Half the time.
Kelsey was the bust of the year.
Yeah.
Or Eckler.
Eckler.
I'd probably say
was worse.
Eckler.
Eckler was a bust.
What about you, Trey? What's your
Say
best
biggest.
pool?
Definitely Christian McCaffrey. Even first round pick. The
Yeah.
value.
Did you take
out of
him 2?
Huh?
Did you take him 2 overall? Second overall?
I took him like 5th.
No way.
I had
That's
him in
horse.
5th.
That's horse.
No, I kind
bro.
of think he took him
No.
after like Bijan Robinson.
No, Jason had 6 and took
No.
Bijan right
Yeah,
after
yeah.
me. I got him 5th. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure.
got him 5th because Trey was the 5th pick.
Because
Who was taken all before him?
Justin
Jamar,
Jefferson,
JJ.
Jamar. You remember Luthman drafted Travis Kelce 3rd overall?
That's right. That's what threw it off.
Yeah, because I remember I was talking to Jason before the draft. We were in Toledo, and I was sitting there. I'm like, because I think Evan picked before me, and he got the 3rd slot. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna go 5, because like I'm guessing it's gonna go Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, 1, 2 overall. That's what everyone's been doing. Then 3, Luthman is gonna pull some crazy ass shit and pull like some player. He's gonna
Yeah.
screw this entire
Danny
order up.
Dimes.
Something's
You
gonna
remember what
pull.
he said when he drafted him? I've heard good things about this guy. Like, yeah. That doesn't mean you take him 3 overall.
I think my next year draft strategy is just going behind Evan Luthman wherever he drafts.
Yeah, for real.
Just get the steal.
Because I got him. Who would have went 4th then?
Say, like,
Was it
Tyreek or Eckler?
No, Tyreek.
Say Tyreek was like 7th, I think.
Yeah.
It must
Can
have
you
been
look at the
Eckler, but
draft?
I've
Yeah, you can
never
look back.
seen Eckler go over Christian McCaffrey.
Dude, if I
remember
got
doing my
Eckler at 4th,
redrafts.
I would quit fantasy,
That would
bro.
suck.
Let me look real quick.
Did Eckler even get hurt really this year?
He was out a couple games.
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was. A couple.
I didn't know if he just became
I think he
so
was
like irrelevant.
Probably 2 or 3. Draft recap. Oh no, I had the 4th pick.
Okay, that
Sorry.
makes
That
sense.
makes
more
That
sense.
makes sense.
So it went Justin Jefferson. Luthman had the 2nd overall pick. He took
Travis
Travis
at
Kelce.
At 2.
Yeah, then Jamar, then Christian, then Bijan, then Austin Eckler went 6.
Okay.
Tyreek went 7.
Yeah.
Saquon went 8. Devontae 9. Stephon 10. Cooper 11. Chubb 12.
Who was your biggest letdown?
Biggest letdown. My roster is pretty consistent. I'd probably say. No, it's funny too because after the first week I was beating you by decent, but after the first games of the not you, Jason, in the chip game, I kind of expected to win, so I picked up Nick Chubb to sit on my bench just to give him a chip. That was the only
That
reason.
Mannering.
I'd probably say Chris Olave, honestly.
Yeah,
Like, he was-
fair.
He had some weeks where he was amazing, but then there's some like half the weeks he'd be putting up like 5 points. Some weeks, and some weeks he'd go off for like
He finished with
23.
1,000 yards.
Yeah, I saw-
Rookie 1K season's pretty good.
That wasn't his rookie season.
This is sophomore season.
Yeah.
Sophomore season 1K is pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably
still,
say
still
that.
wish he was at Ohio State.
Yeah, no kidding. I wish DJ Stroud would have stayed for this year.
Yeah. I would say my biggest pull, I think, this year. I'm not going to count Kyron because I picked him up as a backup and Cam Akers happened to leave and he
Still
just
your
jumped in
still
his
your
spot.
biggest play of the year, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Mike Evans though. Was my biggest dude
What about
Bro was a
letdown?
dude this year.
because
Who was dude?
he ended 7th, wide receiver 7, and he got 5.2 today and even missed like a couple games and stuff. And I drafted him like low. It might have been 5th or 6th
That's a
round.
steal and a half.
I was so happy this morning. He was just a touchdown maniac. He's so underrated, honestly. Like people have been saying it for
I was
years, but
super
no
high
one
on him
actually
last
like
year.
agrees that he's underrated.
Elevates him to like the next level.
Yeah.
Every year, he's still so underrated, bro.
But like this year, like it doesn't show the season stats. I might just look it up. Like he went ham this year, and like no one's really talking about it.
I mean, he's on his like what? This is like his 9th or 10th straight season.
Has he always been in Tampa Bay?
yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
it's like his 9th, 10th season with 1,000
Yeah,
yards.
he got 1255 this year, 13 touchdowns.
He's not
He's a
mentioned
beast.
anywhere.
Yeah.
from top wide receivers.
Honestly, yeah, Tampa Bay's not talked about at all.
They're just kind of forgotten, bro.
Which
Bengals 9-8.
Have you guys
last
seen-
last in their division? Tampa 9-8 wins.
Yeah. That's
Have you guys seen right now the Giants are beating the Eagles 24-0 right now. AJ Brown went down, and honestly, I would not be shocked if Tampa Bay. They have to go to Tampa Bay to play Tampa Bay in the playoffs. Tampa Bay could honestly pull off an upset against
That
the
would be
Eagles.
crazy. Tampa Bay Baker Super Bowl.
Maybe not.
Let
that.
Baker cook,
Would you
baby.
be, as a Browns fan, Trey, would you be fuming?
No.
You want to care?
If he plays the Browns and beats them,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
yes. But
That
like,
would be
That-
historic, bro.
That,
I would-
honestly, if I had to bet on that, that might be what I bet.
That'd be cool. I'd rather have a Browns-Lions Super Bowl.
Because that seems like a
optimal.
scripted. I guess Lions is pretty good.
Lions-Browns would be amazing
Lions is
Super Bowl.
pretty good. Yeah, that is
But
like
Browns,
because in
Baker-
recent memory, dude, the Lions and the Browns both went 0-16, which is
Yeah.
crazy. But no, dude, if that would be the only
Baker
reason I'd
revenge.
root for the Browns anytime. If the Bucks made it to the Super Bowl, I would root for the Browns in the AFC Championship, bro.
I'd be so mad.
Let
Baker
Baker cooks for like 490, 500
Dude,
yards,
that-
4 touchdowns.
I'd also-
oh
I'd
my
say-
gosh,
I'd also
Mike
love,
Evans, Super Bowl MVP.
Browns-Ravens playoff matchup with good old Joe Flacco against them.
That
Be
would be
awesome.
sick. Have they played the Ravens? Has Joe played the Ravens yet?
No, the second time they played was a game that Deshaun Watson played and led a comeback and then was out for season after that game. I'm pretty sure.
That's gonna be cool.
Which even comeback player of the year should be Joe Flacco, but it's gonna definitely be DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah,
He's
I
played
don't-
like 3 games and has 1 tackle in the year, just because he's alive.
Yeah, I don't want it to be DeMar Hamlin, but I don't even know if Joe Flacco deserves because like he's played great, but then again, like when did he actually start? Wasn't it, like week 12?
Yeah.
I think he's 4-1 or 5-1 as a starter right now.
Like,
I
he
saw
played, like, a
another.
third
I
of
saw
the
another
season
player
and we're
that
gonna
made a
give it
lot
to
of
him?
sense to me.
I mean, that's true.
I
I'm
saw-
fine. I don't really care if he wins that or not. As long as it's not DeMar Hamlin, I could not care
Yeah,
less who
I
wins the
kinda
comeback
agree.
player of the
Was
year.
Baker Mayfield very good last year?
Not as good as he has been this year, but he was.
No, well, no, because last year he bounced around. That's when he was on the Rams for that one game.
Yeah.
led the
Oh, yeah.
comeback.
So Baker being in
He-
one
yeah, I
place
think he
and
was
leading
on-
his team to the playoffs.
He was third in odds. It went. DeMar had the best odds, and it was Joe Flacco. Then Baker was third in
Honestly,
odds.
I
trying
think
to think of
Baker
any other
honestly
I'd be
should.
fine with Baker winning that.
Gus Edwards, the Ravens running back.
Did he not play last
He
year?
tore his Achilles, and then he came back, and he's had like I think double-digit touchdowns this year,
Yeah, he's been.
and he's
not
their
bad.
leading running back, and on a very good team. So, at least in the conversation.
Who was your most disappointing player?
Probably missed it down. It's probably Tony Pollard. I think
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
that has had him on fantasy agrees. He hasn't been terrible. Like he's put up fine points, but a lot of people were super high on him. Like I got him early
Oh, I thought he was
second
gonna be a
round,
stud.
and there was like everyone
There was a
thought like
lot
he's
of
just
people
gonna be a
taking
volume.
him way earlier than you got him.
Yeah, like I thought he was gonna be good.
'Cause,
And
yeah.
what did he
'cause-
finish? I mean, he finished 14th, RB 14, but he had a lot of weeks that were just like 5 points, like 49 rushing yards, like one reception for 0. Yeah, I did. We got 7 minutes left.
Say if we had a redraft, knowing everything we know about fantasy right now, how do you think the first round would go? Maybe like part of the second.
C-Mac or Tyreek Hill 1?
I would say definitely C-Mac 1.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
CMC,
locked.
CMC, Tyreek Hill.
CMC finished as the top scorer in total points.
Oh, he beat. I guess Tyreek did get hurt. If
He got
Tyreek
hurt.
didn't get hurt and continued like the trend he was on, like the average, like if you like,
I don't even think that.
you don't think so?
Just
Yeah,
the positional
you still
advantage.
want- you still
Positional
want
I mean,
advantage.
it is true.
Chris
So hard to get
McCaffrey
running
gave
back.
you.
The running backs are hard to get, so I'd probably say running back or Christian McCaffrey 1, Tyreek 3rd.
AJ Brown.
Nah,
Trying to think. Keenan Allen fell off end of season.
yeah,
Or so it was
he got
him.
hurt for a couple weeks. So it was, what did he
AJ
finish?
Brown finished pretty
6th.
high.
Who was wide receiver 2? Do we know? Let me see.
Wish you could see people's teams in an easy way.
Yeah.
We only have our teams. That's all we have.
Low key, it could probably be CD Lamb, 3rd overall.
Oh yeah.
He's wide receiver 1 right now. After tonight's game.
Really?
AJ
Or before
Brown's
this
wide
week.
receiver 4.
Yeah, CD's 1, and he just put up, which doesn't count as 35 tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, CD's been a stud. So I'd probably do CD 3. Or low key, almost even 2, because he peaked right at playoffs, which is perfect for everyone. He's dropping 30 bombs every
Yeah,
week the
he
last few
was.
weeks.
What other running
So-
backs did really well this year?
Like
Was it a
Raheem-
hard fall off after C-Mac?
Probably Raheem Mostert probably finishes RB2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because that one.
Rashad White was RB6.
Where is Mostert?
Travis Etienne was RB2.
What?
Was he? Yeah,
Dude,
Raheem
I have
was 3.
RB6,
Dude,
RB2.
the RB market was terrible
Dude,
this year.
I didn't think ETN did anything since like week 7.
He had 4 games in a row that he got 2 touchdowns.
Like he must have carried his points at the beginning then, right? He fell off. No, not really. He kind of did okay.
Dude, listen to this. I have I have tight end 9, RB or QB 4, RB 6, RB 2, and QB 3 on my team. And my team was kind of mid to bad.
Which is wild in a 12-man league.
Mm-hmm.
They perfectly offsetted each other when they popped off.
Say, yeah, almost be straight wide receivers off the rip.
Yeah, I'm just looking around and there's no running backs that really played.
I'm taking ETN, bro, top. Even though he did bad during playoffs, but
Still going to make the playoffs, I guess. So helps you with that. Because even then,
I mean, really, you would just do it perfectly off like who had the highest average, or who had the most points scored. Really,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like you also stack it with was pretty good. Positional value, then also playoffs are a big thing.
Yeah,
Like you could be in the top score and put up 5 for you in the playoffs or something,
Yeah.
and that's not optimal. Even like, dude, this year was so weird.
Dang, I forgot about CD on draft day. Honestly, glad he did good though.
Like honestly, like Brees Hall must be a first-round pick. Finishes RB4, but during the playoffs he had dropped the 50 or 40 bomb the one week.
Jesus.
He had 30 this week.
Yeah.
27 last week. He had 43, 27, 29 for playoffs.
Honestly,
And he said, yeah.
if you have like perfect insight, probably would be like pick 5. With that playoff run. Crazy though. That's
Yeah.
whack.
Puka Nacua would almost be a first-round pick probably too.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams would probably be a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Oh, also that is a sell on my part, bro. The first week, we get to put in waiver claims. I put in a waiver claim. I was the number 1 claim, so I could have got Puka easy. I got Kenneth Gainwell.
Mm-hmm.
They're about to say you got Tutu Atwell or something, the other
Oh, bro.
Rams wide receiver.
Kenneth Gainwell. I would have easily been on the playoffs if I had Puka. I'm not even gonna jump around it, bro. I would have been top 4.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's fantasy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we talked about that. Like, it almost is beneficial to lose your first 2 games.
Oh, I like literally next year will probably I will sit
might.
people.
I might, too.
I'm going to 100%.
beneficial to sit your first 2.
So you have great waiver priority.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does make sense.
Like if you get 0 points week 1, pick up Puka.
Yeah.
But like the guys on your bench dropped like 190 of the best team in the league, and you add the best piece.
Yeah,
Because
that's very fair.
waiver claims are kind of useless after like week 9.
Yeah.
But those first 2 weeks, bro, like literally, because I think if you were like the number 1 waiver priority the first 3 weeks, you could have got like Jerome Ford. But actually, he was
No,
pretty late.
he didn't get
wasn't he?
hurt. That Nick Chubb didn't get hurt.
There was
that early.
another
It was like week
pretty
4 or
big
so.
stud that you could have picked up.
I mean, you could have picked up a lot.
I don't know.
Like I remember like seeing a direct correlation to who had the first waiver priority and who picked up guys, and then like how good they did. Like it was really well. It was a
The podcast league is so competitive
It
with
is.
the waiver wire is straight
It's-
warfare.
it's
You
bad.
don't get
There's
anything.
nothing on that.
You get nothing. It's insane. Like I remember I was gonna pick up Kyron Williams. You snipe him like immediately.
Yeah, I think it was even before the first week.
It was before
I
the
picked him
first
up.
week. I was gonna.
just like, I'm
I
just gonna pick.
I looked a
Keenum's
day
back up.
after you because I'm like, oh, there's no way anyone else is like gonna pick this guy up. I saw you picked him up the day before. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. I pick him up in every other league besides that one. Every other league, easy snipe.
The guy I think I've been watching on YouTube for fantasy football, I'm done with him. He's let me down too much recently.
I won 50% of my leagues this year. I can give you some advice if you need it. I can train you up.
You watch anyone on YouTube?
Nope.
I watch like Flock Fantasy.
I don't know if I've heard of him. I don't
Don't.
watch anyone on YouTube.
Don't watch him, bro. He's horrible. That's the guy I resent him from telling me that, like, because he made his waiver wire video and he said that people should pick up Kenneth. That was number 1, then number 2, and I'm like, all right, I'll listen to this guy. I didn't get Puka.
Dummy.
I got Puka in all my other leagues. I got him in Dynasty, my family league, not the auction league, but he was a stud.
That's so
I never
funny.
took him out of my starting lineup.
Alrighty, we'll go to break, guys, and then we'll be back in a quick sec. We're back.
Ooh. Ooh. Should I face the camera or should I face you guys?
Whatever's more comfortable, bro.
I can probably do both.
Yeah, you can do a little.
This is fine.
So,
Remember the one episode we filmed in your basement? Luke was like laying like on his side,
yes.
his like hand below his head, his knees were like tucked and he was in like a ball. And he wanted to record like that, and we're like, oh,
no.
we don't know about that one.
I miss your basement. We need to go back there sometime and do one.
Yeah,
We
let's
usually
stop
do.
it
Like,
now.
there's probably like once a year.
We need to bring back
Probably.
pod in random places. The one at the
Yeah,
lake was
no.
fun.
Yeah.
We do need to do that.
Yep. You want to tell us about your weekend, Trey?
So-
Your one thing you did fun this weekend.
Yesterday, we went bull riding at the Macarena. I think it's what it's called. And it was cool because they were saying on the way there, too, that there's been a few guys that started at the Macarena that went pro bull riding, too. And they had a guy ride there, too, because the way they set it up is they'll have professionals ride first. So there's like, it's kind of like a tournament almost that they have there. They even have like young kids doing it, which I don't know why you send your young kid to do that. But they have
Yeah.
like smaller bulls, like younger ones, obviously.
Yeah,
but
there's like even like toddlers that can like barely walk. They put them on like sheeps, and then like the
Yeah.
sheeps just like run. Like I went to, I forget where it was, but we went to a bull riding competition somewhere, and like they were literally like kids that were like literally like 2 feet tall, and they'd put them on like sheeps.
That's crazy.
And then the sheeps would just like run around, and they'd just like try to hold on.
Yeah, they'll
back
hold on to
there.
the sheep. And it's funny watching the little kids because they will like have both hands around the sheep's
Yeah,
neck.
they'll just like
hanging
bear hug
on.
it.
But even the
Oh,
kids, because like
crazy.
the kids were on younger ones and they didn't really buck that much. They kind of just ran around, but still they take some hard falls. I'm like, dude, that kid is gonna have brain damage or some crap by the
Yeah.
time he's 15.
Mhm.
But
Getting the Antonio Brown.
we were sitting there watching the young kids do it. It was like the halftime intermission thing. Just the little kids doing it. Like anyone can go up and do it. I'm like, Dylan, think how fun that'd be. Let's put one of those little kids on one of the big bulls. See how long it lasts. That sounds so bad, but they had. I think he was ranked like 35 in the nation. Did it. He was insane.
He's a $1 million bull rider.
He was insane because like it's the max you can go is 8 seconds and hit the buzzer, and then you're pretty much done. Like there's no more judging after that. Hit his 8 seconds, just like jumped off by himself. I respect that.
Times the buck perfectly to get like a 15-foot launch, triple front flip, lands it.
And then when we went there, we planned on me, Clint, Jason, and Clint have already done it. I've never done it before, but I wanted to do it. Us three planned on doing it, and then we were trying to peer pressure Dylan into doing it. He's like, nah. I kept saying no or whatever. I think it was Jason that said to Dylan, he's like, I can see that you want to do it, and like right now you're young enough. Right now, like what other time are you going to go ride a bull that you're physically able going to be do that without like breaking every bone in your body? Dylan's like, I'm gonna go sign up real quick. So we all did it, and then first one was Jason. And he got stepped on by the bull right in the ribs, and he did not get up. Like the video cuts off there, but he tried getting up and just laid on the ground. They had to get like the paramedics out
Oh my
Oh,
God.
and got him out. Which it wasn't anything. It was just the wind got knocked out of him, and so he brought him off to the side. And the way that like the gear that we were wearing works is like that's all just like the people that were doing it before. Like you kind of just get mismatched gear and stuff from them that they'll let you borrow and stuff. And everyone had their gear, and I was using Jason's after him. So I felt terrible because I had to go over to Jason. He's off to the side with the paramedic. This man can't speak or do anything. He's like sitting there on the ground. I'm like, Jason, I come up to him like, Jason, I'm sorry, buddy, but can I have your gear? He's sitting there dying, trying to take off his stuff. Felt terrible. And then Clint's done it a few times, and his first or his.
So what all gear do you wear?
So Jason had the pants on, but I didn't wear pants. I still had jeans on, and then you have a glove on your one hand that you're holding the rope on, because you have to hold it like you'll straddle it like as close as you can, and you hold it like this underhand, or it's pretty much like gripping like this, and then you have your other hand in the air, like going like this to kind of counterbalance. They're giving us tips like you look at like the hump right in front. If you see which way that turns, that's the way the bull's gonna turn and stuff. But I mean, as soon as the gate opens, you don't remember
Yeah,
any.
it's
You don't
just-
remember any of that.
Yeah.
Just trying to hang on for dear life. And Clint's last attempt that he showed me on video, he stayed on a good amount this time, but he stayed on for probably, I'd say at least 3 seconds probably. It was impressive. I'm like, dang, Clint. Because he said last time too that he went to the back and asked for their hardest bull so he could ride it, and they're like, no, we're not giving you Midnight, I think was the name or something. It's like he would probably die on that one. And then when I went, when we were watching him, some guy got his hand stuck in the rope, and so he didn't really get dragged because obviously he knows what he's doing. So like it was pretty close. Like the guys or the hooves were like right next to his face on one of them. He was getting dragged behind, like that close from him in the head. Holy crap! So when they were doing that, dude, that was living rent free in my head. So when
Did
they
you toss
tied
on
him,
a helmet or anything?
yeah, he had a helmet on.
Okay.
But they tied it, and the scene is so tight. I'm like, dude, I do not.
Yeah,
I'm like,
maybe
dude,
you'll release
I do not want to get my hand trapped.
Did you do like a little practice release?
Yeah, I did, and my hand barely budged. I'm like, they can't loose or anything, and so I'm like, all right. So when I'm holding on, I'm barely holding on. Like my grip is like this, because I'm like, if I fall off, I fall off. That's fine. It is what it is.
If I get stuck on, I get stuck on.
I'd rather get knocked off right away than get my hand stuck. So if we go back, I probably will do it again and actually hold on, because even Clint was saying that your hand will come off, because like I'm having my entire body weight fly at whatever speed. So I probably will do it again, even though it hurts a lot. Because when I went down, I got kicked in the back and I had a big bruise, and I was just walking around the Cincy Browns game today. My back kept tightening up and like locking up. I felt like an old man. But definitely a lot of fun. You guys are gonna have to go with us next time. Ride a bull.
I'll watch, but I won't ride.
Come on, you gotta do
I
it one
feel the
time in your
same
life.
way, bro.
I'll
Like,
watch, I won't ride.
it sounds so cool to do, and I'm surprised, like, as many of you guys have
Yeah.
done it. Like, even when I heard Clint told me that he was going to do it, so he told me like 2 weeks before he went the first time. I'm like, no way. That's crazy.
I'm all
right?
for adrenaline, bro, and I like doing fun stuff like that. And
You gotta
You
check
know?
it off your
I
box.
think
You
it'd be
gotta look
fun. I
live.
just feel like I would
Just-
die.
yeah,
Yeah, we were telling that to Dylan too. We're like, because since he wasn't on board right away, we finally convinced him. We're like, Dylan, you're gonna be the one guy that out of us that like breaks his arm or something dumb, just because we convinced you to do it, just out of karma or something.
yeah. I actually did something. I don't know if you had more to say about your trip. but-
Nah, not really. Just, I mean,
But
all
really,
the
you and Jason were the ones that.
yeah, everyone else was completely fine. We were hurting after that, because even when I got, so I guess you can see in the video I showed you, I ran off. I had the same thing as Jason. The wind was gone. I could not breathe. Like, I ran away because I'm like, I'm not getting stepped on. I make it to the fence, and the video cuts off. I sat there on the fence like this for a little bit, and Jason's like, I feel your pain. I could not breathe after once he got hit too, because I guess you guys played football, so you guys definitely got the wind knocked out of you. So I'm just sitting there like, I just need a breather. I'll be fine.
Yeah. I did something decently similar not too long ago. I went indoor skydiving, where they have those huge fans and you
Where
blow
at?
up. It was down in Cincy. It was a little right before Cincy. Actually, it was, what is it, iFly? I think it's like a little company called.
Oh, I know. what
It's
you're
those
talking about,
little,
yeah.
it's like a smaller building, and you go in, they just have massive jets at the bottom. You sit in there, and it feels like you're skydiving. So I did that, and that was pretty fun. There's not too much to tell on that.
I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah, I know.
I
I haven't like told
didn't know
anybody.
you did that either.
It was fun, but I don't need to do it again. Like I want to actual
Now you
skydive
gotta say,
sometime.
now you gotta actually go
I
skydiving.
Have
I'd
you been
definitely be down to
skydiving?
Yeah, I've been skydiving.
Okay.
I was
Thought
gonna say
so.
yeah, because I knew your one got canceled.
Yeah, we went back, which is funny.
Jeez,
I think I already said
Trey
that
riding
before,
a bull, going skydiving one summer. Jesus.
Yeah. Check everything off
I'm
the
always
boxes.
down to go skydiving.
I'd definitely go skydiving again. That was
Like
phenomenal.
I don't think I'd be too bad. I say
I-
that, but I'd probably get to that.
I'd probably ride a bull before skydive.
What?
Really.
No.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know. I'd
Skydiving,
be-
the fatality rate for skydiving is lower than a pool,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
There's like
But
no
I just feel like I have
fatalities.
control. Like in the bull situation, I have control.
You have no control riding a bull.
I feel like I could, bro. If it got bad, I'd just grab the thing's horns.
I'll skydive.
But don't you go with an instructor? Like you're strapped to
Yeah,
somebody.
you don't do anything. You just jump
Yeah,
out.
so like if
Yeah.
you really like freeze up so bad that you can't do anything, you're
you don't
fine.
pull your own cord or anything.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
It takes like time. You have to like go by yourself. There's like a whole bunch of license and stuff.
I
get it.
technically can now.
Can you
If
really?
so the process is you have to jump with an instructor once, and then I just have to take some type of class or something, like a 4 or 5 hour class, and after that, it's you jump out, and you have to. It's like they train you up, so like you jump out, you have to pull your cord like immediately. If you pass that, then you can go down to 3 seconds in or something. Then you have to pull your cord, and it's like 5, 10 or something.
Okay.
Just lower until you're like certified after so many jumps that you can jump by yourself.
So like if me and my buddy had a plane and I went and bought a parachute and everything, like I couldn't legally skydive. That sounds kind of ridiculous.
I feel like you could.
And I jumped over because technically how real estate works is you own the airspace all the way up. So if I timed it and jumped over my property, you're telling me that's illegal? I find.
I don't think it's illegal. I think you're just certified to skydive on your own now. Because
Yeah.
how many people are having their own plane and stuff to go take out?
Depends where you are.
That's fair, but then you can actually go to their facility, and then it doesn't cost anything. You can go up with a group.
Oh, that joke.
Yeah, you can just go up with a group and just jump off by yourself. 'Cause some guy did that with us. One of the other.
I got a spare hour.
Yeah, one of the other instructors was like, "Yeah, I feel like jumping off this time with you guys." So he went up with Frank, I think, and jumped off with him. So they had 3 people skydive, technically. Skydiving, I would recommend over bull riding, definitely.
I was gonna say, I'd be down to do skydiving for sure.
Yeah, because it's chill right now, but as soon as you get in the plane, I was the same way. As soon as you start going up, you get a little nervous. But you're not doing anything. All you have to do is jump, and
Yeah.
not even really jump. He kind of pushes you out almost, and you're good to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
It's nothing you can do at that point.
Not fall out of the plane before you are ready
Before you're
to
strapped
be
up.
hooked up to the guy.
Yeah, because even the one that the plane that we took was so small. So me and the instructor's legs are touching each other the entire way up. So I'm how am I supposed to maneuver myself to get over to this exit and stuff to jump out of this plane?
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there strapping you up while you're literally looking at the ground. You're like, oh my gosh. Because it's funny. I don't even think I've showed you. I'll show you guys the video after
Wait,
this.
what? So how do they strap you up? Your back's to their chest.
Yeah, so we were sitting across from each other like this.
And when
so,
do they do it? Right before you jump? That's when they finally get all set up.
Yeah, it was right before we opened the door. So I just had to maneuver because I'm sitting right next to the pilot. His leg is almost touching my leg. So you had to maneuver yourself. So I sat in between his legs. They hooked us up right before. All right, get up now. And open the door, and he's going over glass things, fix your goggles, put your goggles this way and stuff, while you're looking at the open air. Because it's in the video. So we got the video package of where it shows he kind of mini interviewed us before or something, and then the way up, he turned his camera on a couple times.
You're good. I was just checking something.
Turn on the couple times on the way up, he turned the video on, hey, how you feeling? Then obviously, right when he opens the door, he turns the video on, and then the entire parts of the way down, he'll have videos. Then after you land, how it went and stuff. And you can see in my video of me just beginning, I'm chill and stuff. Then way up, I'm fine. And then the part where the doors open and stuff, I am zoned out, dude. He's all right, you got to put your goggle back here or something. I'm sitting there not focusing. All you can see my hand shaking a slight bit. I'm oh my god. But the videos are funny. I think I have Frank's too, which Frank's is funny too.
Yeah, I gotta watch those. I haven't seen those.
I would definitely recommend skydiving.
Yeah.
I'd definitely go again
Yeah,
before.
sounds fun, I guess.
The funnest
Sometime.
part when we did the indoor was it's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it doesn't even feel like you were
Falling
floating
down.
Yeah. Well, not just it doesn't feel like I was just in the air. And I don't know. It was so
What,
weird.
felt
because
you're
you're
getting
kind of
pushed
staying
up?
in the same place
Yeah,
pretty much
because
the
you're just
entire
kind of
time.
sitting there and you're
you're in
not
the
very
air.
tall. Because you first start out and you're only 4 feet above the ground, whatever. Because they just teach you how to how you're supposed to hold yourself.
Yeah.
So you're
If
pretty
they actually had a
stable.
huge room, it could be fun. A
Yeah,
little bit.
but you just kind of sit there, and then again, I think it was one of those things where I was so focused to try to stay stable and everything. I just I didn't even take in that I was yo,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
floating.
floating.
And there's even a part where they take you up, they take you up probably I don't know, 20, 30 feet, and they spin you around. The big tube, they take you the instructor will grab onto you and they'll jump off, and then you guys will go up and you'll spin up and down. And again, I was always looking up and straight forward. It didn't even feel like I was real high falling. So I don't know. It was fun. But I definitely want to.
Can't believe you'd ride a bull over going skydiving.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I keep thinking about trying to convince myself otherwise, but
I feel like skydiving would be a much safer option, and I feel like most people would much rather skydive.
I feel like bull riding's more of a gamble, because bull riding, yeah, it's over in 4 seconds, and there is a time where you're on it for 2 seconds, you get bucked off and you just fall and hit the ground in the bulls, and you don't get hurt. It's you just fall off those 2 seconds and it's quick and over and you did it.
Yeah.
Skydiving's obviously a whole long process and journey, and you got the
Total deal.
whole time.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like it's
Also
it's more
costs a lot
controllable.
more, which makes sense.
Skydiving.
I'm good at falling though, so I'll be okay with the bull there.
with the sky. You
Well,
mean?
the falling is not the bad part. It's
Yeah, it's
the
making
2,000
sure you
pound animal that's
you wanna
might step
avoid.
on you. Is the only bad thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
biggest thing. I could get thrown off a bull 10 feet high and go up, and I know how to land, so I'd be okay.
Even landing on him, because one of the professional riders where he went, he fell. The bull charged him. He was
Yeah.
on the ground, he had to run, and then get on the fence real quick and then loses interest and walks away again. But like, they were saying, Clement was saying one time, I don't know how long ago this was, probably a long time ago, but a bull ran through the fence. Was like in the crowd and stuff.
Oh my God.
Running around. Not like, I don't think it was like an actual rampage, anything. Like he escaped, everyone's flipping out, like pushed each other to the ground, trying to leave is what he said. I'm like, that's insane.
Wild.
That's getting your money's worth.
That's wild. I don't know. Yeah. What do you think? You think those are like the top 2 adrenaline things that like are pretty easily accessible to the public? The only thing that's kind of comparable though,
Maybe like mountain climbing.
skydiving, but sky gliding. We just have a glide suit. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, I don't know if they do it with a glide suit, but like one of the parasailing. No, it's not.
No, I'm
parasailing.
saying the ones you actually like have a glide suit and they're going down the
Like it's
surface,
like you're like a flying squirrel, pretty much.
the mountain.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know if they do that for
for
the public. That's like professional, or
Yeah.
not professionals, but people that do it a lot.
And even that, I think that's like, I think they still have a parachute on.
Yeah,
they
they
pull
do.
at the end. Yeah, so,
They
I mean,
do,
it's-
but they are like. I've seen people really swerve in between rocks and stuff
And
on
you're
GoPro
traveling,
cams.
you're traveling
Yeah.
fast doing that.
Yeah, you're going like 120 miles an hour, and they're just
That's insane.
the coolest scene's the one from the Transformers. I think it's like Transformers 2. And they're going into New York, and they have a glide team that pops off a building. There's like 9 of them, and there's and the lead guy will be like, turn. That scene is sick.
Are you gonna go skydiving or bull riding in your life?
Hopefully, if I do, it'll be before I'm probably 28.
Well, at least bull riding definitely. Skydiving you can do probably any age really.
Yeah.
Because like our instructor was probably like
yeah.
50s, 60s. I'd say 60s.
I want to do what I want to get into more. It's more like whitewater rafting, more intense whitewater rafting.
Water
If we
That
actually,
stuff's
if you guys
sick.
actually schedule a trip that sounds like the boy, I would 100% be down because that actually sounds fun.
That would be fun.
It
Go
is.
through the actual gullies.
Yeah. I'd definitely be down to take it up a notch from what we have done.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I know we've talked about it before too, like planning trips and stuff.
I want to
see
get to
if
the
it
point
ever
where it's like
comes
I'm like
about.
buddy with the instructors, you know? So,
Yeah, but you have to
you're
like
going
live
out-
down there and be
you're
like a
go- yeah,
regular.
and you're going out as like friends and
Yeah.
stuff. That would be cool.
He take you to every place.
Surfing would also be sick. Being good at surfing would be so cool.
Go surf on Lake Larmy out there.
You never know. It gets tidal out there sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a windy day, you know.
Yeah.
Some waves you could coast on.
Would you ever go bull riding?
Probably not.
You don't think you'll ever go
I
bull
just don't
riding?
see the risk reward for it. Like, what was more fun during skydiving or bull riding?
Easily skydiving, yes.
Right.
But it's just say you did it. Get a cool video out of it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying like there's nothing good from it. I just feel like I'd rather go skydiving.
I honestly think the adrenaline spike would be like crazier for a bull ride than for skydiving, probably.
I would say my adrenaline was higher for the.
Really?
Well, I didn't really have adrenaline on the bull. It's more just like nervous sitting on it and stuff.
That is
and
adrenaline, bro.
No,
Not
adrenaline's
really.
different than nerves.
Like
You can be
nerves.
nervous. and not
So you
I
gotta-
feel like every time I'm nervous, I get adrenaline.
That's fair. But like I don't know. I felt like I had a lot more adrenaline like staring out at the ground and then actually jumping and traveling that fast and sitting on the ball. I was more nervous, like, all right, gotta roll away right away, or like thinking what I gotta do and stuff, and your adrenaline's gonna be gone in half a second, pretty much, 'cause you're lasting on that bull for 2 seconds most of the time. Then you just run away, then your adrenaline's gone once you run away. You're out, so
Yeah, I think that those are like the two biggest adrenaline things out there.
Yeah. Surfing's close though. If you get a good
I
wave,
guess.
but you
if
have to
you're
be
really
trained to
good.
do
Well,
that.
yeah, because
You
then
can't-
again, then you could include like
You-
every sport. Then like snowboarding and then skiing is probably
Oh
the same.
yeah. Do you guys want to go snowboarding this?
We go every winter. We go
They-
ski
Have you guys
every
went?
winter.
they have their plan thing.
Do you want to? Would I be able to go with you guys?
Yeah.
Because I want to go like bad.
Yeah.
And
I'd be
this
able
is
to
the
go
time of
too.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you guys are okay with that,
yeah. I mean, we
would-
may have to
I'll-
take 2 cars because
That's fine.
I think we got like all 5 of us going right now.
Yeah, because you guys always do that yearly trip.
Because I want to go so bad. What's the closest? There's
down.
like Mad River Mountains nearby.
Mhm.
Sam,
where you
I've
guys
always
go?
wanted to go snowboarding.
I want to
too.
do it so.
You want to
bad.
snowboard or ski?
Snowboard.
I don't know. I would rather snowboard. I think that just looks cooler
Yeah,
in general.
I'm the same way. I only know how to ski. I've only ever skied, but snowboarding is way cooler.
Yeah, I
but they
think
say
so.
skiing's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Is it?
And Yes, Jason. Yeah, Jason tried to snowboard one time. Probably gave himself a concussion. Walked back, got himself skis, and then went back out. He crashed one time on the snowboard and then walked like his concussion self back. He's like, "Can I trade these for skis?" They're like, "Yeah." He got skis, and he didn't even ski that much after. And like it sucks because I'm like kind of getting somewhat comfortable on skis now. And like I don't really want to go to.
Yeah, skiing just kind of looks.
It just looks nerdy. It's just not cool.
It doesn't look as cool as a
No,
snowboard, bro.
It doesn't.
Like snowboards, you get in those big turns, like
Yeah.
flowing up snow.
And like you can
everything.
sit there and coast more. You look, cool.
Yeah.
Skiing, you're like,
Ooh, pizza.
yeah, pizza. But then again, ski is more practical because like the outdoor boys.
Yeah, he skis.
He skis a lot just for like actually like moving. Like if you're gonna what do I want to say, like travel and like scenic routes, you want skis.
Yeah.
Because like Derek, he goes with us. He's been on before. He always snowboards, and you can tell it sucks moving on snowboard because you have to like kick one leg off and like shuffle yourself, while we could just kind of
Yeah.
glide
Yeah.
on. So like
But
if I
here-
ever scenic, I would want to just sit there and coast on some skis and walk with skis.
Yeah.
But like obviously,
That's the
snowboarding
one
looks
thing I
cooler.
think I could like start doing a lot high level. So I have some relatives that do it, and they go around the country and they ski, and some of them snowboard. And yeah, they've went like on Black Diamonds and stuff, and they said it is
Really?
awesome.
Yeah.
Because you go to the big resorts, it's actually like genuine 5-minute runs down mountains.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Like 5-6
That would be a
minute
cool
runs.
trip to go on.
Like,
Like
there's,
a
like-
legit place
That's
that's not out of
awesome,
a mountain.
I mean, you're going like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun too.
Because I've been thinking about going to Mad River, and if I really enjoy it, going it again, and then possibly even like planning another trip with
Yeah.
I don't know whoever else, and maybe even like buying some equipment. Have you guys ever even thought about buying?
Yeah. I'm just too cheap.
That's for a Christmas gift.
How much
I
do you think a good
guess.
snowboard runs? Like $800?
Probably a good one, and then you have to get like a helmet for it,
Oh man.
and then boots that fit in it. It's like it's expensive, and like Luke said before, his famous quote, "I have enough expensive hobbies." I feel like not enough money.
I don't really have many expensive hobbies.
I feel like I do.
I feel like I do.
What hobbies would you say?
I could
expensive?
low-key-
I mean,
I don't
guitars.
It could be devious.
Guitars
but
is expensive. Magic's pretty expensive.
that's what I was just about to say, bro. I could trade in all my magic stuff and low key pick up a pretty serious snowboard hobby.
Snowboard skiing.
Trade in hobbies real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we're not playing at all. God dang. Might as well do it. Abby Patty will give me a good pair of boots herself.
Yeah,
Might have
yeah. You
to.
guys can come with us though. That's fun.
That would be lit.
That'd be
bro.
dope. How much does it cost?
I don't remember. It's kind of expensive.
If you get in with like the good stuff, you get in with like Red Bull, where they just have a helicopter brings you up to a mountain and you just go down it. Oh, these people are lucky, bro. Sometimes I
Fair.
forget Red Bull even makes energy drinks.
Take us through like the optimal way to ski. Like how do you do it?
Well,
do
no,
you
I'm no
ski?
professional, but it's probably around like $100 for price wise. I feel like by the time you get the lift ticket and the ski rentals, but you go
Said
in.
anything about lift take? I almost gonna walk up.
I don't think so. But yeah, so you go through, you get your tickets, you go and get your snowboard, you get your gear, and then you walk outside and you put it all on, which is just like you leave your shoes there, and then you put your boots on, you snap your boots in to skis. And there's really not much to it. I mean, it's kind of like, it's just like similar to water skiing and really anything you do athletic. Keep your knees bent and just a constant like soft flex on everything.
Athletic position.
Yeah,
almost.
athletic position. So you're moving. You can flex. You can move. You know, your legs are like
It's not very
suspensions.
powdery snow, is it?
No, because usually we don't have Mad River. A lot of times it's they
Artificial?
make it artificial snow.
Yeah.
I mean it's real snow, but they make it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like it's actual
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah.
But so usually it's not super powdery, but still. And then if you have your skis straight, you cruise and you haul, and then you don't really slow down. And then at the end you pizza, which is when you put your tips together and you kind of kick your back out.
How long does it take usually to get down from top to bottom?
I
Is
don't
it that long at
know.
all?
See, me personally, I kind of ride different than the other guys. Sometimes I'm a hauler, So like once I take off the top of the hill, my skis are straight the whole way, and I just and like I'm kind of known for like passing the other guys. They always just kind of go a little, so like they'll haul, they'll get real fast, and they'll pizza for a little bit, and then they'll go back.
I feel like can you like turn and kind of?
Yeah. It's weird because turning isn't even.
It's not really turning. It's like leaning.
Yeah, it's for me. It's like pushing. So like if you're sitting there skis, I don't think about leaning. I think about I push my right foot down to go left, which is guess is leaning because if you were gonna lean, you push your right foot. So you kind of like push your feet into the ground opposite of where you want to go.
Oh, it feels so.
And you
just
put when
looks
you
so
push
natural.
when you push, you know, your body naturally goes over, and your skis just kind of go over. I know it's not super nice. Like if someone's right in front of you, it's sometimes scary, and like because sometimes even just where you are in the snow, it like floats you over there. It feels like and stuff.
You ever had a wipeout? Like you've ever had to like evac where you just like jump out of the way?
Oh yeah. There's definitely some times where like you're heading towards a tree and you can't turn, or someone's right in front of you, so you just drop, you know. And it's not terrible. You just drop down on your butt and you just kind of fall, and it just you
Just
kind of
hit
slow.
the nice little like.
But I've really never like crashed. There's a few times where at the end where you're finally slowing down, where like again you didn't slow down enough, so you're kind of going towards something. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna stop time. You got to drop, or you don't stick the landing. But I've really never had a bad wipeout. I wouldn't call it a wipeout. There's times where I've fallen and stuff, but.
So I went ice skating one time. That was like skiing probably. Never wiped out ice skating. I was proud of myself.
If you didn't wipe out ice skating, you're not trying hard enough.
Dude, I was hauling on some of them. The only bad thing is, I think ice skis are different sizes than shoes. So you kind of want to get like a size smaller, and I did not. I don't know why I didn't just trade them in for a size smaller. So I think I still have the marks and
Yeah,
stuff.
like your ankles and stuff.
Just
Yeah,
raw.
with all that stuff, you kind of want to go smaller because you always want that extra tight. You never want those
It's
stuff
like
even
I
slightly loose.
went around the loop I think once or twice, and both my sides are raw
Yeah,
underneath.
you
I'm
should
like,
just traded them in.
I'm
right
like,
there.
no, I was determined. I'm like, I'm just gonna get I got to get my money's worth of this. So I went around like another 6 times. I'm like, I got to just take these off.
One crazy thing about snowboarding too is that the shoes, obviously, they have like a heel in the back for how they snap in. So you're like walking on your tiptoes, which feels super weird and awkward because like you want to walk normally, but like your heel is hitting, like where your heel actually is on the ground, it's like 4 inches above, and your toes go all the way forward. So it's really hard to explain. So it's like if you were, I guess, kind of walking like if you
Just
walked
in
with
the
heels.
shoes, or if you're in the shoes and the.
Just in the boots. If
Okay,
you're walking
yeah.
with the boots, it feels really weird. And also they have real strong support, so you can kind of lean forward. So your shins
shin
have like a full
guards.
plate. So you can kind of do the Michael Jackson lean forward a lot more than you usually could. Like you could sit there and like lean forward, and you're just it's all on your shins weight. And you take them off and you put your normal shoes back on. It's crazy feeling. It is weird. But that actually wraps up our timing really well.
We'll have to dress up. My dress up is like Frozone.
Yeah, a lot of people sometimes do dress up or wear like jerseys and stuff. So
That would be funny.
yeah, we can do that. Thank you guys so much for listening. We're gonna wrap up this episode. We're gonna get out of here, watch some football. I got some money riding on the Bills Dolphins game, so wish me luck. We'll catch you guys next week. You guys got anything? No, good.
See you guys. Hope you guys have a good old holidays, and
New Year.
hope it's a really fun time that you have.